So welcome back folks to another episode of MLM From Ruin to Refresh. PJ here, and this is another one of our MLM The Challenge episodes, and the challenge is to restore or refresh any British Leyland vehicle, and I've chosen a Jaguar XJ6 Superkings from 1987. So let's get it on the bench and see what we're going to do with this one. Cheers. Okay, welcome back to the bench folks, and here we are with our Matchbox Superkings, a 1987 Jaguar XJ6 Matchbox International Limited, made in China. So at this point in time, Jaguar were under the brand of British Leyland when this car was being manufactured. So that's why I've chosen this. So let's take it apart and see what we've got inside. A few bits to this one. I've already pre-drilled and tapped it to save some time. There we go. So let's have a look at the chassis first. One of my favourite types of chassis, this leaf spring type setup, and it's simple enough just to lift and separate the axles. The axles are really rusty, so they're going to need some cleaning. As you can see, the axle doesn't actually come through the end of the hub of the wheel. Interestingly, I think there's a section that probably comes out, and you can push it back in. I don't know. I'm not going to be doing that. The wheels are in pretty good condition. I haven't decided whether I'm going to paint the hubs silver yet. That's yet to be decided. The leaf spring wants removing, polishing and cleaning, and the chassis obviously wants a good wash. I haven't decided what I'm going to do with this yet. I may leave it black, but then what I might do is to section off this front bumper part and give it a spraying with chrome. Yet to be decided. So that's that. There's a couple of additional plastic pieces on this one. Firstly, we've got the engine. It's not in bad condition. I may put oven cleaner on it and redo it. I haven't decided on that yet. We've also got the front grille, which is a separate part. I like the idea that I can paint this separately to the rest of the vehicle. The bonnet just slips out. Not a problem there. There's an additional piece at the back. I haven't decided what colour we're going to do that yet either. A nice interior, bit grimy at the moment. I might put a bit of detail on that. Then we've got the plastic windscreen. There we go. This looks like it's been in a nicotine bath for some point. I don't know whether it's supposed to be tinted, but it's yeah, it wants a good clean and polish. We've that to do. And we've got our doors that are held in place by this spring steel here. So I'm going to see what the body looks like when it comes out of the caustic soda, and we may leave those in situ. We'll see, but we're going to get it dipped first anyway. Okay, so there we go. There's our Jaguar XJ6. Nice size vehicle to work on. And yeah, the next time we catch up in the next build update will be where we're going to dip our body and bonnet into caustic soda. So we'll catch you in the lab. So I'll catch you in a few. Cheers. Welcome back to the lab, folks, and here we are with our caustic soda jar and the body of our XJ6. Drop that into our jar along with the bonnet. Fill it up with some boiling water. Quite a deep model, this one. Of course, we've got our PPE on. And then add our caustic soda. So we'll put that to one side, and then we've got a couple of plastic parts that I want to remove this chrome effect finish off. So we're going to put it in a tub, spray it with some Mr. Muscle oven cleaner, and seal it in. So we'll come back and look at the Jag body in about half an hour. One word of caution, make sure you've got plenty of ventilation when you're doing this, and you're wearing your PPE, of course. These are chemicals that can get on your chest if you're breathing in the fumes. Yeah, so when it's done its job, we'll meet you back at the bench. So I'll catch you in a few. Cheers. Welcome back, folks, to this build update, and as you can see, we've got our body back from the caustic soda. I've got a little bit of wire brushing to finish off, and I've got a couple of patches that I need to clean up. The indicators we were able to push out of the back of the body, so they're good to go. So what we're going to be doing next is we're going to wire brush the axles and the spring plate that fits the axles to the chassis. I've also got the plastic parts to wash, and we're going to polish the windscreen. So let's do a bit of wire brushing on this spring plate and axles, and I'll be off back to the lab to clean our plastic parts. So there we go, nicely cleaned up. So they're all good to go, as is the bonnet. We'll just slot that back in. Okay, so we've got some detailing to do on the engine piece, and we've got some chroming to do on the front and back bumper. So some plastic parts to wash next, and we'll be back when that's been done, and we'll probably meet up in the workshop where we're going to be priming the body. So I'll catch you in a few. Cheers. So welcome back to the bench, folks, in this build update, and what I'm going to show you here is just highlighting and adding a bit of detail to the interior, which is not something I usually do, but I think that this model, because of its size and its ease to work on, warranted a bit of extra TLC. So yeah, I'll add a bit of extra detail to this one. So in this build update, we're going to be tackling the issue of our wheels. And what we're going to be using is some rubber black XF85 from Tamiya, and it really does give that rubber effect on the wheels and tyres. So let's get this bit done. So in this next build update, what we're going to be looking at is polishing up our windscreen, and I'm going to be using K2 Lamp Doctor, and all you need to do is just to smear a small amount over the windscreen, and using our rotary tool on a very low speed we're going to give it a bit of a clean up. And then my advice is to give it a good washing up liquid afterwards, and then dip it in some floor polish, which is the Pledge Revive It. So let's get this bit finished off. Righto, welcome back to this build update, folks, and it's confession time, I'm afraid. After the previous two build updates where you saw me cleaning the wheels and cleaning the windscreen, etc, etc, everything started to go south rather quickly. And I have a term for vehicles like this one. They're a bit of a Christine. And Christine was a problem car if you've ever seen the movie, and I felt this is what this one has become. Why, you may ask? Well, I had to go and buy a donor vehicle, because you'll notice, hopefully, down this leading edge of this windscreen, it's all cracked, and that was a result of me polishing it. Whether I chipped the edge, caught the Dremel on it, I'm not sure. Anyway, I got a replacement model, and I've taken the windscreen out of this one, and that's now there. This one came with silver wheels, so I've taken them off and put them on here, and they're in good condition, so don't need to do any work with them. And while I was painting the body, I took the indicators out, put them down somewhere, and I can't find them. So I've had to take the indicators out the back of this one, and they're now in the body of the project vehicle. What else? Well, since we were last here, I've finished off detailing the interior and the engine. I've mounted these new wheels into the chassis, cleaned up the windscreen, so I'm going to get this put back together before anything else goes wrong. And I say that with fingers crossed, because there's still a chance for something to go wrong. So I'm going to find the bonnet that I've put down somewhere, and then we'll get this reassembled. So I'll catch you in a few. Cheers. Okay, so here we go. We'll start by dropping in our windscreen. And I'm going to treat this vehicle now with kid gloves, because I don't know whether it's fighting against me or it just doesn't want to be refreshed. Next, we'll put in the engine. No, we won't. We'll put the bonnet in first. And then we'll put in the engine. Fiddly or what? Okay, so there's the engine in. Then we have this plate at the back. It just clips on like so. We have the front bumper, which just pushes on. Yeah, it's beginning to fight. I'm going to try and hold that together. Next, we've got the interior. And the chassis. So whilst I've got it all assembled, I'll get a screw put in. And also the rear. Well, yes, this is, for saying it's a larger size model, it's becoming very fiddly. Let's just hand tighten that. Okay, and we've got the final screw. And there she is. So we can just make out the painting of the engine, the interior that we've painted. I'm not going to open the doors at this moment in time until this paint is hardened off, because by opening the doors it will scratch the paint. So what have I got left to do? Well, I've done a bit of highlighting on the front, but I need to do the headlights and the rear number plate at the back, and then hopefully that is done. Yeah, it looks better with the silver wheels, I think. So we'll get the headlights done, and then I'll see you at the reveal. So I'll catch you in a few. Cheers. So there we go, folks, with the reveal of our Jaguar XJ6, and I want to thank everybody who's taken the time to take part in this MLM The Challenge build-off. So the idea was to take a British Leyland vehicle and give it a new lease of life, and this one's already trying to get off the turntable, as you may notice. So what we did, we took an original casting, stripped it back, give it a new paint job, British Racing Green. It's an amalgamation of two exactly the same vehicles, as we experienced a few issues with the windscreen, and I think it looked better with the silver wheels on when all's said and done. We give it a few highlights. We've painted the interior, we've painted the engine bay and the chassis underneath. So as I say, thank you to everybody who took part. I hope you'll join us in the next MLM The Challenge. We've also got a Beefeater Challenge coming up, so keep your eyes on the MLM Facebook page for any further announcements. But once again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon. Cheers.